back, everyone, talking about how to have a healthy liver and milk thistle. Isn't this interesting? Now, Richard,
yes,
we were just taking a look at my notes here. And I thought, intestinal dysbiosis and a healthy liver?
Right.
Is there a connection there?
Oh, absolutely, there is a connection. You know, folks, the anatomy of the human body is such that all the blood from the intestinal tract, basically from the bottom of the esophagus to the rectum, all the blood that leaves that organ, the long intestinal organ, goes directly to the liver. So if you have intestinal dysbiosis, small bowel overgrowth with bacteria, altered bowel flora, you're going to get some hitchhikers in the gut that make toxins and poisons. Now, where does all that blood from carrying all those toxins and poisons from dysbiosis? It goes right to the liver, and it can overwhelm the liver. There have been case reports, mostly from Eastern European and Russian hospitals, and it's in the literature. I've seen them, I found them, I read them, where people in hepatic comas, you give them through a tube massive amounts of probiotics. Let that settle down in the intestinal tract. There are case reports of people actually waking up from hepatic comas from probiotics. It's that powerful. So if we have liver disease, I assure you, you have dysbiosis, and I assure you, your liver condition will improve if you correct the dysbiosis. Get the yeast out, get the abnormal bacteria out. That means a lot of probiotic supplements, yogurt, buttermilk, you know, all the kefir, this type of sour cream, cottage cheese. Just load that intestinal tract up with these healthy probiotics. It relieves the stress off the liver. It really does. It's amazing. It's amazing. And they've written this up. So I wanted you to know about that. It could change a life today. Now, what else do we do to help correct the situation? Holistic measures for liver health. Drink more water as best you can. You know, it helps to dilute out both the kidney and the liver are detox organs. And if the liver is failing a little bit, the kidney can step in and take over a little. You can also sweat out some of the stuff. You know, the skin is an organ of excretion as well. So if you're drinking plenty of water and you can sweat this out, you can relieve some of the burden off of your liver. Then, of course, we have our dietary supplements that we want to talk about that will help the liver patient. And the first one, of course, is milk thistle, the gift of nature. You know, nature has provided us with something, a substance that no medicine has ever been able to do, and that's helped to reverse liver disease. The Latin name for milk thistle is Silybum marianum. It is a flavonoid complex that has powerful antioxidant properties. And when you look at these silymarin components, the chemical components of milk thistle, guess what they are, honey? They're polyphenols. Just like curcumin, just like grapeseed extract and resveratrol, these powerful antioxidant polyphenols with amazing properties, and milk thistle's just busting rich with them. So you can imagine the health benefits that we'll uncover here for milk thistle. Other names for milk thistle are lady's thistle, holy thistle, St. Mary's thistle. They named this substance after the mother of Jesus. That should tell you something. Its use goes back at least 2,000 years. An ancient Roman physician, Pliny the Elder, he wrote about it in 50 AD. Descartes used it in 50 AD. He used it as an antidote for snake bite. Snake venom has toxins that disrupt blood cells, just breaks them in pieces. The liver gets rid of that. And with a snake bite, you can overwhelm the liver's ability to process out damaged red blood cells, and it can end in liver failure. He found out early in 50 AD that milk thistle helped reverse that process. So, you know, it has ancient use. The National Institutes of Health has over 500 articles on milk thistle. The German E-Commission, one of the world's leading authorities in the use of herbal medicines for health conditions, recommends milk thistle for, write these down, heartburn, reflux, GERD, indigestion. These are liver related, most helpful for that. Next, toxin-induced liver damage. It can be drug overdose, intentional or non, just liver damage from drugs, alcoholic poisoning, mushroom poisoning. It is one of the few things that can reverse Amanita toxin poisoning. It's one of the few things we have that it saves lives. It does it on a regular basis. And the German Commission goes on to say cirrhosis from any cause, whether it's alcohol, diabetes, hepatitis C, whatever causes cirrhosis, milk thistle is approved and useful for. This is the German E-Commission. And chronic inflammatory liver conditions, whatever that cause may be the autoimmune disease, and maybe the hepatitis C. So those are the basic ways. And from my research and clinical experience, I pretty well agree with the Germany Commission's summary of the use of milk thistle. But let's talk a little bit about the science behind the milk thistle. What do we know about it? Well, basically, when we research milk thistle, what it does, let me answer this. Studies that show milk thistle do not work very well typically are designed poorly. They break apart the milk thistle into little components and only give part of it. Okay? That's not the whole deal. That's not the real deal. Where's the beef? That's designed to fail. Or designed to find a drug in there that they can alter patent and make tons of money. And I understand that process, but the milk thistle in its wholeness is what works. Okay? So that's the problem you see. The dose too low, dose too high. They break it into pieces and it doesn't work very well. But what we do know about milk thistle, when given properly, what it does, it activates gene-directed liver cell repair. It actually tells the liver cell to fix itself, and it turns on that mechanism to do that. It also closes the pores in the cell walls of the liver that allow in toxins. The toxin has to have access to the inner workings of the cell, and milk thistle blocks that phenomenon. And a new thing has just been found out about milk thistle. It turns on your native internal antioxidant systems. So we now have three things by how we know that milk thistle works. Okay? Multiple studies clarified the mechanism of action that leads to milk thistle's benefits as an antioxidant, liver aid, brain nerve aid, heavy metal chelator, and anti-cancer agent. So those are the basic mechanisms. Now, one of the most common questions I get is, will milk thistle help with the cirrhosis? I've got the cirrhosis and I need the help. My doctor doesn't know the answer to that. I can't tell you how many times people have written to me, stop